Good afternoon, everybody. So today we're going to make tuna salad and deviled eggs. But first, always, how about some coffee? Gonna add us some creamer here. I have to say that I am kind of seriously obsessed with this Harry Potter butter beer creamer. It makes such good coffee. It's basically caramel, but it's Harry Potter, so of course it's magical. That's the shiznit right there. So we're going to start off by boiling some eggs. I've thrown the ingredients up here on the screen. Here's a picture. We got our mayo, tuna and onion, some relish, some garlic powder, some salt and pepper. It's a fairly easy recipe. So you can see the little bubbles in the bottom of my pot. I usually let that kind of start and then I set my timer to 15 minutes. I do want to get a good hard boil, but I don't want them to be overdone. We're going to start by chopping an onion. And there's a kitty cat, because they know what I'm making. I haven't even opened the tuna yet, but they know what I'm making. And of course, I wash my hands. So we're going to get this onion chopped up, and I'm going to speed up this video because this is going to take way too long otherwise. So I've got this going at about 4 times the speed for a lot of the video. So I bought this little scraper off of Amazon quite a while ago. This is one of my go-to kitchen items. It just makes it easier when you're using a cutting board to get everything in one go. So I drain my tuna with a colander. I find it easy. I'm putting it on a plate because, well, my cats are spoiled. I use 4 cans of the regular size tuna. It's just tuna in water. A lot of times I use the larger cans, and I use 2 of those. That's pretty much going to fill this container. My cats like the tuna juice, so I put the colander on a plate. It's weird because my cats don't like anything seafood. Yeah, see, there they are. But they will drink some of the tuna juice. They're kind of weirdos like that. I used to make a bigger batch of this, but then I found we were just throwing a lot of it away towards the end of the week. So I went to making a half recipe. Yep, there they are, waiting. I don't know how they know that I'm making it even before I open the cans. I think they just see me standing in the kitchen and start baking. As you can see, they have had some wet food today. And, you know, licked all the gravy off the meat pretty much. Bruce is all about it. Izzy is trying to act like she doesn't care. We're going to come over here though, because, yeah, they've also had treats today. So there's really no reason for them to act like they're starving and neglected. Izzy's getting in on the tuna water. So we're going to leave them to be in little punks over there. So spoiled. Okay, back to this. Rinsing off that can opener because, yeah, that's the dirtiest part of the kitchen usually, is your can opener, because nobody ever hardly cleans it. Draining most of the water off of this. We don't want it to be too soupy, and the mayo is going to add quite a bit of liquid to it. So I'm not going super crazy here, just getting a lot of the water off. And then scraping it into our bowl. Cannot emphasize enough to just be clean in the kitchen. have a clean kitchen and be clean in the kitchen. This is my new favorite soap. It's the Winter Scent by Bath & Body Works, and oh my gosh, it smells so good. I bought it on their Black Friday sale, and that one is going to be added to my list of favorites. So we're just scraping the tuna off into here. You can see my eggs are almost done. Let that timer go off. We're just going to click them off. And drain that hot water off. This is also good if you have fruit flies in your house, but they lay their eggs in your drain, and so the boiling water will kill those eggs. So if you notice that you're putting out traps and you're just not getting rid of the fruit flies, try putting boiling water down all of your drains, including your shower. So we're just going to put some cold water on these guys, give them a crack so that the water can get underneath the shell between it and the membrane that's under there. I don't know, maybe it works, maybe it doesn't, but to me it just seems to make peeling go a little bit quicker. Not going super hard on these guys because you want to let them get cooled off. You don't want to mess with them too much when they're really hot because they're very smushy. So we're just going to speed through this. We're just going to peel all of these. Now, not all of these are for the tuna salad. Most of them are going to be for the deviled eggs. Only about 5 or 6 of them will be used for my tuna salad. I like to put the shells in a bag because I take the trash out after making this. Otherwise, the apartment will just smell like eggs. Get rid of that guy. Again, keep a clean work environment. It's easier to keep it clean than it is to clean it. And I love these papaya reusable paper towels. I kept seeing these on social media and decided to give it a whirl. I really like them. I have paper towels right there on my countertop because we have cats and cats get sick, and these are not good for that. But they are good for wiping down the kitchen, and they come with a little hook. They're super fast drying. That's what I really like about them, is they don't get a smell to them like regular dish rags do. And I have been using that one now for about 2 months, and it's not showing any signs of needing replaced. So there's my breakdown. About 6 eggs for the tuna salad, about 9 eggs for the deviled eggs. So I basically fill up this shallow container with the egg whites, and then whatever I have left goes in my tuna salad, just getting the yolks out. If I have egg whites that are really shallow, I will pull those out and use those in the tuna salad because I like to have a deeper egg white to put the, like, see, that one's just a little bit shallow. We'll see if I end up using it. I like to have more filling to my deviled eggs. So here we go. We got most of them done. I pulled out the shallower ones, and now we're just gonna cut these up, egg whites, and then cut up the other 5 eggs. So a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, some garlic powder, and then we're going to do our mayo and sweet relish. I also just kept the video at ×4 speed because I'm OCD when it comes to opening things for the first time. It drives me nuts when things have little hangy deals that just get gross after time, so I try to just do it right the first time. And that won't open if you just smack it gently with something all the way around. Usually it'll open up. And I know this looks like a lot of mayonnaise, but there are a lot of dry ingredients in this. So then we're just going to mix it up well. Use different spoons for your different ingredients. Gonna give it a taste. Yep, that works. That's pretty good. And so we will snack on this all week long. We'll put it on crackers. We'll put it on the Cheez-It grooves. I'll make half sandwiches. Take it to work. Just kind of just have it in there as a, hey, I'm kind of hungry for something. Don't really feel like cooking. Snack. So now we're going to make our deviled eggs. We have our mustard, the mayo, paprika, salt, pepper, and our egg yolks, of course, and our garlic powder. We're going to mash these up pretty fine, and take your time with this because this is going to help with the texture of your filling. A lot of cooking is patience, and having the patience to do it right, it really does help with the texture. Trying to use up the last of that mustard. Again, just some salt, some pepper, and our garlic powder. Not as much mayo this time, and then mix it really well. You don't want this to be runny, and mayo has a tendency to go kind of runny. I like Miracle Whip. I'm not a big real mayonnaise eater, so I use just the whipped dressing. It's basically the same as Miracle Whip. I think there is a little bit of difference in taste, but for the most part I can't really tell, so it doesn't bother me. Now if I'm going to use a light Miracle Whip, I don't like the light off-brand. I will go ahead and get the Miracle Whip Light, and then I can't really tell a difference between the light and the regular. But in this off-brand of Walmart's Great Value, I can taste the difference, and I don't care for it. So I get either the full fat or I go with the name brand Miracle Whip Light. That's just my personal preference. Gotta have clean hands because you're getting in here. You really want to tamp that down in there. I try to only keep the deepest egg whites so that you can really fill them up. Kind of even them out a little bit, and then we're going to put some paprika on here in a second. I can't really taste the paprika, but for some reason it's not deviled eggs if you don't have it. So use it sparingly, put a lot, doesn't matter to me. I usually tend to use a little bit more because I like the color. We're going to put a lid on this. This is one of Justin's favorite snacks, so whenever I have some time I try to make this one for him. And we're done. Yay! So now we're just going to do a general cleanup of the kitchen. Wipe everything down really well. You know, it only takes a few minutes to keep something clean. I try to go under my countertop appliances. Again, because if you do this once a week, twice a week, it's like nothing. Nothing really has a lot of time to accumulate under there, and you don't have to spend time scrubbing at things. I noticed that my stove handles were a little bit fingerprinty, so I went ahead and took care of that. And wipe down areas even if you don't use them. My dad always says if you're going to do dishes, you have to wipe down all the counters, whether you used them or not. And then a new trash bag, because I don't want the apartment smelling like tuna cans and eggshells, so we'll get that out of here. Turn some Scentsy on. And that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, hit that bell. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you make this.